Hello friends, and welcome back today for a brand new declutter video. Today we have my primer collection. I have acquired quite a few primers, obviously way too many, and I'm wanting to declutter them today with you guys, so I am excited to dive into this. I feel like I'm looking at the collection and there's a lot I can get rid of, so I'm hoping it's a pretty cutthroat declutter. I know you guys have been loving this declutter series, so definitely give it a thumbs up if you are enjoying them. Before we do get started with the declutter, I want to thank Top Cashback for sponsoring a portion of this video. If you have not heard of them before, you are missing out. I've worked with them several times in the past. I love them for getting my cash back. If you are someone who does a lot of online shopping, they are a great way to make money back on all of your purchases. They are an online retailer that offers cash back with, they have over 4,000 retailers on their site, and what's really great about them is that they actually give you 100% of the commission back, so they offer a lot higher cash back than a lot of their competitors. And with this offer today, you guys can get $10 off your first $25 purchase. I'll have the link to sign up down below, but basically the process of using it is really simple. All you're going to do is just go to Top Cashback and then just search the retailer that you're looking for. They have thousands, like I said, of retailers. You have Sephora on there if you're wanting to get a little decluttering in there, Michael's, Dollar Tree, Container Stores on there. So if you're looking to make a new space for your collection like me, I highly recommend using their services if you're going to do your online purchasing. Also, holiday time is coming up, Sephora VIP sale, so make sure you guys are using them. They also offer a browser extension, which is really great as well, where you can just go on the shop that you're shopping. Like say you're going to go on Sephora, you can go on Sephora and then the browser will actually show you on the side like, hey, you can get so much cash back for shopping with Top Cashback. You just tap that and then you shop like normal. I'm gonna have a little screen grab here so you guys can see how it works, but I highly recommend them. I use them a bunch all the time for my online shopping, and I know you guys will enjoy them. Again, you're gonna get $10 off your first $25 purchase. I'll have the link to sign up down below, and thank you again to Top Cashback for sponsoring this portion of the video. And let's go ahead and get started with the declutter. All right, I'm ready. I'm doing this cutthroat like I said, so we're gonna start going. I know this one right here in the front I am planning to get rid of. This is from Wet n Wild. It is their primer serum, and the reason I want to get rid of this one is actually because it's so fragrant. Like this one is very heavily fragranced, and every single time I wear it, it like irritates my skin. So this one is definitely going to be one we are going to be getting rid of. I'm kind of just gonna like pick and choose as we go here. Up next from The Ordinary, I have their High Adherence Silicone Primer. I will admit, my friend Kelly Gooch here on YouTube made me purchase this one, and I really haven't gotten to try it too much. Like I feel like I haven't gotten a full read for it yet. It's one I enjoy, but I do want to use a little more to see how much I enjoy it. I know it's a very affordable primer. I think it's like right under $4, so I do want to save this one and give it another go. Okay, my camera was having a little bit of trouble focusing, so I went ahead and moved all the primers over there, so hopefully this is better for you guys. This is the Pore Mineralizing Primer from CoverGirl. I know I have a lot of these. I know they sent me like a PR package with a bunch of these primers in it, and I think this one I am going to get rid of. There is, I think, one from the line that I'm probably going to keep. I know a few of them I wasn't the biggest fan of, this one included, so we'll declutter that one. A primer up next that I actually have two of is this one from Farsali. This is their Skin Tune Blur. I love this one. Farsali actually isn't a brand anymore, unfortunately. I'm hoping they still come back in the future, but as of right now, they've taken a pause on making products, but this is one of my favorite primers. I've almost used this one all the way up, and I have a backup of it because I do love it and I don't want to be without it, but if they ever do come back, this one is really great. It's great at smoothing your pores, and it kind of just makes your skin look very like filtered. It's really nice. Up next from Milani, I have their Redness Correcting Primer. This is an avocado primer, and this one, it was okay for me. It wasn't anything special. I liked it, but I don't think I need it. I have so many smoothing primers, as you guys will see. Up next from Lorac, I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. This is their Pro Skin Glass Skin Primer. This one's really nice. I like the dropper on it too. A lot of droppers, I feel like I have issues with like dropping the product out, but this one's really nice at just grabbing the product, and it kind of gets the perfect amount every time. It's really nice on the skin. It gives you kind of like a glowy, dewy finish, but it's not overly dewy, so I do like it for that. One that I feel like is just a little bit too illuminating is from Lottie London. This is their Illuminating Coconut Primer, and you guys will kind of see I have a lot of like glowy primers, but I also have a lot of like pore filling primers because I do deal with larger pores. This one for me, it's okay, but it's like real glowy, and I just feel like I'm never reaching for this one just because on my pore area it does look like way too emphasized, and if I use it anywhere else, like I feel like it's okay, but it just isn't what I want. It is in the shade Golden. I believe they have different shades in this one, but I am going to declutter it for now. One of my favorites in my collection is from Purlisse. This is their Silk Glow BB Base Primer. You guys know how much I love the Purlisse BB line. I love all of their BB creams, CC creams. They're so good, and they came out with this primer, which is also amazing. Really great at blurring the skin. It has a little bit of a tint to it. I'll show you guys really quickly. So if you wanted to wear this on your own, you honestly can. It has like a little bit, like I said, of a tint, but underneath foundation, it is so pretty as well. Like it just gives you a really filtered type of look, but it's not overly filtered. It's not shiny. It's not glittery. It just looks so good on your pores. It's like a matte glow. I don't know how to explain it. It like gives your skin a glow, but it's also matte and it fills your pores. It's just amazing. I highly recommend it. I am an affiliate with Purlisse. Anytime you want to purchase anything from them, my code is just Makeup Molly. It does get you 25% off. It's a very high coupon code. So if you ever want to purchase anything, but definitely keeping this, I can see myself using this entire bottle here soon. Up next from ColourPop, I have their Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. This is one that was okay for me. It wasn't anything special. I didn't find myself like wanting to use it a bunch after I used it first few times I tried it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This is one that I actually was like, what the heck, I forgot I had this. It's from Dominique Cosmetics, and it was a collab with JD Wady 180, and I forgot what this is even called, the Ultra Hydrating Complexion Primer. I believe this was limited edition, but I purchased this, and I want to say I only used it like 2 or 3 times. I don't know what the heck my issue is, because I really do I like the brand Dominique Cosmetics a lot, and I can't remember like if I liked this one, if I didn't, so I do want to hold on to it and use it a little bit longer. I do remember it had a pretty strong cucumber scent that I didn't love, but I can't remember like exactly my feelings on that one. I have from Smashbox, this is their Photo Finish Radiance Primer. I do like this one. It's like the mini size. This is a nice one if you're looking for something that's radiant, but not, like I said, over radiant. So this is a good one to keep in my collection. Let's go ahead and grab another one here. I have a bunch of these ones from Milani. Again, they sent like a big package. I think, nope, there's one more. I'm gonna say that's all of them, but it's not, with a bunch of these primers. So I actually really enjoy mostly all of them. This is the Chill Out. This one is nice and smoothing, but it also has a bit of a cooling effect to it, which is really nice. We have the SPF BFF. This one has SPF in it, and then we have the illuminating primer. This is called the Bright Side. Again, really nice. It has vitamin C in it. And then we have the hydrating primer as well. I do highly recommend this line. Like I said, I like all of them for different reasons. If you're looking for a nice affordable primer, I do really enjoy all of these, so I will be holding on to them. I do have a couple here from First Aid Beauty. So I have the matte primer, and then I also have the hyaluronic acid hydrating primer, and I want to say I have the coconut smoothie. I don't know where the heck that one is, because I do really like that one. I don't see it over here, so that one must be somewhere else in my collection, but I do really like that one from First Aid Beauty as well. I do enjoy both of these. This is a nice hydrating option, and then if you do have larger pores, the matte option is great as well. I love the brand, so I will be holding on to those. I love how I said this is going to be cutthroat, and I feel like I've kept more than I've decluttered so far, so let's keep it going. This is a product from the brand Wish. It's their Skin Balancing Primer. I got this in a subscription box, and I honestly don't even think I've really used it, so I will give that to someone else. The AOA, this is their Illuminating Primer. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one as well. I remember it being nice, but I don't think I need it. One of my favorites actually in my collection is the Smashbox Primerizer. I have a full size here, and then I actually have another one over here that I'm about to use up. This is probably my favorite in my collection. It's a really nice hydrating primer, but it's also smoothing. Every time I wear this, I feel like my makeup lasts all day. It looks really pretty on the skin. It's just one of my favorites. I buy the little minis because I feel like they are a better value than getting the larger one, but highly recommend this one if you can get your hands on it. It's really, really good. So I will be keeping both of those. This one from Too Faced, I will absolutely be getting rid of. I do not like this one at all. It has such a pilling factor to it. It's called their Plump and Prime. It's supposed to be like a face plumping primer, which I was kind of confused when they said that, because I'm like, what does that mean? But trying it out, I don't notice it plumping anything. Honestly, it just pills on my skin. No matter what I do with this primer, I get pilling, and obviously we don't want that. I've tried it a bunch of different ways. I've tried to leave it on longer. It just doesn't work out for me, so I will be decluttering that one. And then speaking of pilling, I have the very same issue with the Milk Hydro Grip. This one also pills on me no matter what I do. I know so many people love this one and they don't have that issue with it, but for me, no matter what I do with this one, let me know if you have any other tips that I haven't tried, but I feel like I've tried everything. It pills on me. So this one is another one I'm going to be decluttering because I just can't be fidgeting with it all the time. A couple of high-end like smoothing primers I have from YSL. This is their Toute de Claw primer. And then I also have the Hourglass Veil Mineral Oil Primer. Hourglass, hands down, is one of my favorites in my collection. It's very, very smoothing, and every single time I wear this, my skin just looks flawless. I love this one. And then I'm debating on what I should do with this one here from YSL, because I do like it, but I don't feel like it's the best. So it's supposed to be like a blurring primer, but it also has, you guys can kind of see like these glitter particles in it, and you really do see those on your skin, which I don't understand, because if it's blurring, then who wants like glitter on their skin at the same time? It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's so pretty, and it is YSL. And I do have used like a decent amount of it, so I'm kind of just like, I'm just gonna keep it because why not? But in my head, I'm like, who came up with that idea to put like glitter in a primer that's supposed to be blurring? It literally makes no sense. I'm gonna pull out all of my Versalis up next. I love the brands. Like I said, I'm so sad that they are leaving us. I have a couple of their unicorn essences. Again, favorite primer of mine for sure. This one's almost gone, so I have a backup here. I will be keeping both of these. Definitely one of my favorites in my collection. Then we also have their liquid glass. I've used a bunch of this as well. I really like this one, nice and hydrating. And then we have the rose gold elixir, which is the very first product they came out with. I like to keep that one on hand. And then their liquid powder as well. Again, highly recommend. These are pretty pricey, but I do think they're worth the money. And since you can no longer get them, I want to make sure I get my use out of them, so I will be keeping all of those. From Thrive Cosmetics, we have their blurring primer, and I honestly can't remember my thoughts on this. I think I've tried it. I mean, I know I've tried it, but I can't remember if I did like it or not. It feels nice and hydrating. It feels nice and blurring. Let's go ahead and hold on to this one for now. I feel like I am not doing good at all, you guys. Okay, let's keep it going. I have this one from Touch in Soul. This is their Pore No More primer, and I do have this one as well, which is like the water version of that, and I prefer actually the water version compared to this one. So I'm going to keep the water one, the Prime Essence, and then I'm going to get rid of the blurring one. From CoverGirl, this is their moisturizing hydrating primer. This one, it smells so bad. I don't know what the heck they did with this, but it literally smells like straight perfume. Every single time I apply it, it's not good. It is nice and hydrating, but I can't handle the scent on that one. So decluttering that. And then from Catrice, this one's a really nice option if you are looking for an affordable primer. It's called their Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. I know a lot of people compare this to the Smashbox one. I do think they are similar. They're not exact. I feel like I prefer the Smashbox one a little bit more to this one, but it is a really good moisturizing option, so I will be keeping it. All right, from Milk Makeup, I do have some of their cooling sticks. I really like these. I actually didn't realize I have a mini and a full size. So I'm gonna actually put the mini, I think, in my little skincare fridge, and then I'll put the full size down here in my makeup room. But I really like this one. It's nice on the skin. It's nice on your under eyes as well. And then this is the original blur stick. I do have the luminous one, I believe, somewhere, but I don't see it here either. You guys, my makeup is everywhere. But I've had this way too long. It really doesn't like blur the skin anymore. I honestly think it needs to go in the trash, so I'm gonna declutter it. This one from Becca I've had in my collection a long time as well. This is the backlight filter, right? This is the, I always get them confused. There's another one, but this is the First Light filter. I always get those two confused. This is one that, like I said, I've had in my collection a long time. I don't think that I particularly need this anymore. Becca is out of business. I don't feel like I'm going to be using the entire thing. I put a pretty decent dent in it, but I feel fine just decluttering that one. From Touch, I have her Silk Canvas Liquid. I do really like this one. I also have the original Silk Canvas. Both of these are really great products. I do really enjoy both of them. Look at this one, you guys. I feel like I'm doing so good with this. I've almost used up the entire thing. By far one of my favorite primers right now, so I will be keeping both of those. From the brand Era, I have their Airbrush Primer. This is one that I am going to be getting rid of. It's like an aerosol, like literal spray primer, and I just feel like when I use this, it gets everywhere, including my hair. I don't love it, so decluttering that. From Lorac, I have their Dewy Canvas Prep. This one is okay. It's like a moisturizing primer, and I used it a few times, but I almost feel like it's like too moisturizing to where like I feel like my makeup kind of slips around with this one. So I don't need that many hydrating primers, so I'm going to get rid of it, although I love the packaging. I didn't realize I had this little mini of the no pore, like the water one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the mini. And then from Joa, I have their Blur Activator Mineral Primer, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this one or not. I really like the brand Joa. I'm going to hold on to it for now, so I have something from the brand. Actually, I have this one too. Mineral Primer, Hydrating and Brightening Primer. I'm not going to keep them both, so which one should I keep? I think I'm going to get rid of the mineral. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to try this out next to the Hourglass one, because they kind of seem like they're similar consistencies. That might be a good like dupe option. I'm going to hold on to this and actually try that out that way. And I know I do really like the Instant Prime Activator, this one, the Hydrating and Brightening, so I'm going to keep that one as well. From e.l.f. I have their Matte Putty Primer. I will be holding on to this one. I do really enjoy it. It's great at filling the pores. From Touch in Sol, I do have their Glossy. This is the Pretty Filter Glossy Skin Balm. I've used a decent amount of this, but every time I use it, it's like, yeah, it's like okay, I could do with or without it, so I think I can declutter that. From Dermalogica, I do have one of their SPFs in here. This is the Light Activated Skin Defense. I have this, I don't know why, in with my primers, but I had this a long time, so actually I'm going to get rid of that. And then from Milani, I have one of their Peach Primers, their Glass Skin Primer. Again, I feel like how many, glass skin primers do I need? I think I'm okay on that one, so I'll get rid of that. From Dear Dahlia, I do have their Pore Perfecting Primer. Honestly, you guys, I've never even used this. Like, I still see the packaging on it, so I think it's okay to get rid of it. I'll put it in like a giveaway or something for you guys. From CoverGirl, I have their Simply Ageless Anti-Aging Foundation Primer. This is actually a really good option if you are looking for an affordable primer. It's nice and hydrating, but it also does a really, really, really good job at blurring the skin. So I highly recommend this one. I do have from Koki these mixers. So they are a transfer mix product, and there's a matte version and a dewy version. So these you can actually apply with your foundations and kind of help to mimic the foundation. And I don't know why they're in with my primers, but I am going to keep those because I think they're a really cool product. All right, I'm going to grab 3 here. So I am going to keep both of the Professionals. I do really enjoy this. I have an original around here somewhere as well, but I still like these. I know they're like an OG product. You probably have mixed feelings on them, but for me, I enjoy them. I do actually prefer the hydrating one. I know this one's a little bit newer, but it is really nice. So I'm going to keep both of those. This one I am going to go ahead and get rid of though. This is from CoverGirl. It's the Simply Ageless Blurring Serum. So I just mentioned the other one, and I do prefer that one a little bit more here than the serum. They're both nice, but I don't really reach for the serum as much as the other one. From First Aid Beauty, I have their Hydrating Moisturizing Primer. I do really like this one. It kind of reminds me of the First Aid Beauty one, and I've gotten a decent amount of use out of it, as you can see, so I will be keeping that. And then from CoverGirl, I think I'm just going to get rid of most of these. This is the Skin Smoothing Primer, and again, I just feel like I have so many that do the same thing, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And then a couple more I have from Laura Mercier. This is her Pure Silk Canvas Primer. This is newer to me, but I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. I mean, it's fine, but it wasn't anything super special, so I will get rid of that. This one I'm on the fence about. I did purchase it from Ulla Hendrickson because I know a lot of people were saying it's really great, but I don't know. I'm not crazy about it, so I'm trying to decide if it's worth keeping in my collection or not. I think I'm going to keep it for now, and then I might decide to work it out. We'll see here, but for now we'll keep it. We'll try it a few more times. Maybe now that I have a smaller collection, I'll get more use out of it. I have a couple here from Smashbox. I have their Pore Minimizing Primer, and then also the Oil and Shine Primer. So this one works really well if you have oily skin, the Oil and Shine. But I have had more like combo skin recently, so I don't know if I need to hold on to that. I don't think I need them both. So actually, let's get rid of the Pore Minimizing because I have a lot of those. And I will keep this just on hand just in case I do tend to get oilier. It did work really well when I had my oily skin. And then a few more that I'm actually going to get rid of. I have from Wonder Beauty. This is their Glow Ahead Face Oil. I don't really use face oils a ton. I did save that one from Farsali, but I think that's the only one that I have. I just don't use them a bunch, so I don't think I need that. And then from Dermalogica, we have their Hydro Blur Primer. I know a lot of people really love this one, but for me, it's not like an absolute favorite. And it is very expensive, like very, very expensive. And I don't know if it's worth the price tag for me. All right, a couple more I have from Ciate London. This is their Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I have a small little deluxe here. I do really like this. It's nice and hydrating on the skin. And then from Urban Decay, I have their Face Primer. This is the All Nighter. Really great at making your makeup last. If you want a gripping foundation that doesn't pill, I would say recommend this one over the Milk one. So I will be keeping both of these. This one is actually one of my favorites. I have recommended this one a bunch from Origins. It's their Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer. I love this one when it came out. My issue is the packaging. You can kind of see there, it's kind of gross, but it just like never sprays out correctly. It's one of those aerosol cans, and you can see like, it's really cool consistency and it is cooling. And I love it on the skin, but I feel like it never works correctly. So it's like, I know there's so much in here, but I can barely ever get it out. Of course it worked now when I'm trying it, but it's probably the buildup of products I need to get off there. So anyways, I'm gonna get rid of that one because it's too finicky for me. And then I also have from Paula's Choice, this is their smoothing primer. I like this one because it does have SPF in it, and not a lot of like smoothing primers do, and I still feel like it works really well with having SPF. Okay, a couple of drugstore options I have up next from Neutrogena. This is their Brightening Prep and Correct Primer. I do really like this one. Nice and brightening like it says, and I don't have a lot from Neutrogena, so I think I'm going to keep that. From NYX, I have their Pore Filler. This is like a little pen. It kind of reminds me of the like Milk Blur Stick, and I like it. Mine actually keeps coming out of the tube though, which I don't love. But what the heck, I am going to keep it. I do like it as a blurring option. And then from Huda Beauty, we have her, what is this called? The Water Jelly. A nice hydrating option. Again, I do like having this on hand when I do Huda reviews as well, so I will keep that. This one is actually an eye primer, but I have it in here. It's from KVD Vegan Beauty. It's their Shake Primer. I really don't like this. It's their eyeshadow water. This is not good. Like for me, this one, it just is not a good product. My eyeshadow literally did not last when I used this. So no, I'm not going to keep that one. And then I just have two more left here. I have the Becca. This is their Zero Skin Foundation Primer, whatever you want to call it. I actually really like this product. I have a review on it, and I know like I get some heat in that review because people are like, why do you like it? But I think it's nice. I think it works like it's supposed to. It's a pore filling primer that you can use on your skin all over, and I like it. I don't know. I use it a lot actually as a primer, but I also use it just on bare skin. So I'm gonna keep it. And then I have the Wonder Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. This is one I don't use a ton, but I would like to use more because I feel like my preferences back when I first got this, I liked more of like a full face, and now I feel like I'm going more for like everyday makeup. And I think that this is what that product is like geared towards, so I could see myself using this more now than I did before, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay, that is all of the primers. Let's go ahead and add them up and see how I did. Okay, here is a look at all of the ones I'm getting rid of. I have 28 primers that I am going to be decluttering. I feel pretty good about that. I feel like I could have done a little bit better, but I also am pretty proud that I'm getting rid of that many because that is quite a bit of primer. So let's go ahead and see how many I am keeping. All right, and here's a look at all of the primers I decided to keep. You guys, this is 48 primers. I love how I said this was going to be cutthroat and I didn't even cut it in half. So that is a sad day, but I do really enjoy a lot of these primers, and some of them are duplicates. I will say I have like 2 of the Milk, I have 2 of the Farsali, 2 of this Farsali, so 2 of the Smashbox, so that I'm making myself sound a little better there, but I really do enjoy all of the formulas that I did keep, so I'm pretty happy with that. I did get rid of a good chunk of them, and I know that my collection will be easier to navigate now that I have less of them. Thank you guys as always for watching these declutter videos. I hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you for supporting me and my channel. I want to thank Top Cashback for sponsoring today's video. Again, don't forget to check them out down below. You have that 10 off of 25, and I will see you guys all next time in my next video.